Emerald ash borer, Agrilus planipennis, is an aggressive species of ash borers, an aggressive stem pest. It damages and leads to the death of different ash tree species. The initial area of emerald ash borer is the area of deciduous and mixed forests of the Korean Peninsula, China, Japan, Taiwan, the east of Mongolia, and the far east of Russia. In 2002, the pest was detected in the USA, later in Canada, where it has been introduced with wooden pallets from China. At the same time, the pest was first reported in Moscow and the Moscow region, and then in 7 regions in Russia. The further spread of the pest will be associated with the area of ash in the center and the south of the European part of Russia. Emerald ash borer attacks both weak and healthy trees. The density of the larva population of the emerald ash borer often reaches 300 individuals per 1 square meter of the trunk. This is an ash tree bark fragment with the exit holes typical of the emerald ash borer. If we turn it, we can see some quite curved larval galleries filled with frass. They feed on sapwood. They gnaw out all these conduction paths of the tree. The tree dries up and dies. The dieback starts from the upper canopy part and gradually spreads lower. Secondary shoots, swellings, and cracks appear on the trunks, and root suckers at the trunk base. The next year, typical exit holes appear on the trunks. Many branches die back. Canopies become very sparse. Trunks get cracked. Usually it takes 3 to 4 years for a healthy tree to die. It becomes completely dry. Besides, ash borers damage young trees with a trunk diameter of 4 to 5 centimeters and also adult trees. Body is elongated and slightly flattened with dense sculpture, glabrous. The name emerald ash borer means that it is really of emerald color, a color with shades. From the side of the abdomen, it is golden. Ash borers can be of different size, from tiny to large. This one is about 1.2 centimeters long. The whole life cycle of emerald ash borer lasts a year. In June, adult specimens fly out. Each ash borer lays 60 to 90 eggs on the trunks and in bark cracks. A week later, larvae hatch from eggs. They burrow under the bark and feed on sapwood. The galleries made by larvae are very convex. As larvae grow, they become as wide as 5 millimeters. Larva has 4 instars, from 1 millimeter to 3.6 centimeters long of a 4th instar larva. A 4th instar larva starts overwintering in the bark. In spring, they pupate. Within 2 weeks, an adult insect comes out. Infested trees are inspected when looking for emerald ash borer. The adults that come out of pupae make an exit gallery, a D-shaped exit hole 3 to 4 millimeters wide. When conducting a survey, we consider dry bark and branches. We carefully inspect trunks. Eggs are laid in the lower part of the trunk and the lower part of thick branches that are close to the trunk. Ash borers are identified by morphological characters of imagos and larvae. The identification table was developed by All Russian Plant Quarantine Center. Entomologists call for controlling emerald ash borer. Restrict new plantations of all ash tree species. To control more strictly the quality of plants for planting and eradicate infested trees in the outbreak. The U.S. Department of Agriculture approved the use of Spathios gallinae from the Bracondae family, which naturally inhabit the northeast of China, in Korea, in the Khabarovsk and Primorsky regions of Russia. If the experiment proves successful, it can be used in other countries.